This episode of The Fizz is dedicated to the loving memory of those who lost their lives in the tragic collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge on the morning of Tuesday, March 26, 2024. Our hearts and prayers are with you and your loved ones. We are Baltimore Strong. What's going on, Fizz Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again so much for stopping by this week. Today is Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to all who celebrate. Spring is truly in full force, and we have officially entered one of my favorite parts of the entire year. So what do you say we just go ahead and get right into some spring flavors? It is finally here, y'all. I have been looking forward to trying these flavors that we're going to be trying today for about 2 months now. So it seems that for the past few years, Mountain Dew has been releasing some limited edition companion flavors to their Baja flavor line. It all started with Baja Blast about 20 years ago at Taco Bell restaurants, which you can now get in cans and bottles outside of Taco Bell, which, quick side note, would you guys actually like me to review the original Baja Blast flavor? Because I've never done so on this channel before, or even on the old live streams because it's been around for so long. But if you guys were interested in seeing a review of that flavor, maybe you've never tried it before and you wanted someone else's opinion before trying it, I'd be glad to do it, so just let me know in the comments down below. But that's not what we're actually here to do today. You guys saw the thumbnail, you guys know what we're talking about today. The 2024 Baja flavors officially came out 2 weeks ago. I didn't see them locally until last week, and so today we're gonna go ahead and try them. And so this week we're gonna have one of those rare and elusive two-for videos where we try 2 related flavors in the same video. And so here they are, the 2024 Baja flavors. They look like a couple of colorful Easter eggs, don't they? This is Baja Point Break Punch, and this is Baja Laguna Lemonade. Oh gee, I wonder what this one will taste like. While I am joking around, I do think that the Point Break Punch looks to be a little bit more of an interesting flavor just from the outset. It's billed as dew with a natural and artificial blast of tropical punch flavor. I don't know that I would call that particularly original, but it does look pretty interesting. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the content you guys are here to see. Let's go ahead and pop the top and see at what point our senses will break. Okay. Well, it definitely smells like your typical fruit punch. Kind of got a little bit of a citrus undertone to it. I can definitely smell what almost appears to be an orange flavor, maybe more of a tangerine. It is a very pleasant scent if I do say so myself. But as you know, the sniff test only gets us so far, so let's go ahead and grab our trusty glass with ice, give it the old pour, and see what else there is to discover. All right, so nice crisp carbonation, love that. Sort of a rosé magenta kind of color to it. Not as dark as I would expect a fruit punch to be, but it looks like a nice pink lemonade, like a nice carbonated pink lemonade. Although if the billing of this flavor is to be believed, the lemonade is not in this flavor, it's in the next one we're gonna try. All right, y'all, it's the moment of truth. Time to go ahead and give it the old taste test. So let's go ahead and toss it back, see what we can find. Here's to you. Okay, now this is very familiar. It's got almost a sort of spiced berry flavor to it. Like, it's a bit nondescript. There's definitely some sort of citrus undertone to that, and the rest of it is almost just like a mishmash of different fruit flavors. Got a little bit of a kind of extra acidic edge to it, but then kind of right alongside of all of that is just a very sweet, nondescript berry. This is very familiar. I know I've tasted something very similar to this before. Hang on just a second. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sip of this just to make sure, but I think I've identified why this is familiar. Hang on just a second. It's not an exact one-to-one replication, but Fizz Nation, we've talked about the 90s drink Josta on this channel several times before, and that is what this reminds me of. Remember, Josta was a Pepsi product, and so is Mountain Dew. And I do believe that every now and again, sometimes Pepsi likes to sneak that old flavor back into one of their new releases from time to time just to see if anyone notices. Like I said, this is not as heavy on the dragon fruit flavor as I think Josta used to be, and it definitely doesn't have guarana in it, which was kind of like the main ingredient that Josta had. It kind of is what made the whole thing work. But that sort of acidic undertone to it, with that almost sort of exotic tasting berry medley, that is what this is definitely kind of reminding me of. It honestly may be the closest that I've tasted for quite a while. I think that's why I thought this tasted familiar. It's very pleasant. All right, Fizz Nation, we are not quite done yet. We still have another flavor to get through before we're ready to give our final thoughts and our sips ratings. So this one right here is Baja Laguna Lemonade. Now, I am already thinking I know what this is going to taste like. It's going to be a lemon flavor. I'm willing to bet it's not going to be very tart, which is how I like my lemonade. It's definitely probably going to be on the sweeter side. That's my prediction. So let's go ahead and pop the top and give it the sniff test. See if I'm right. This does not smell like lemon at all. It smells more like a mango, maybe a little bit of pineapple. It almost smells a little bit more like a tropical punch than an actual lemonade. So let's go ahead and give it the pour. Get a good look at it here. All right, we definitely have a nice kind of yellow-orange tint to it. It's not fully like highlighter yellow or anything like that. It's almost more the color of an apple juice, actually. So we've already established that it doesn't smell very lemony, so let's go ahead and taste it and see if it tastes any different than what it smells like. Here's to you. Very interesting. Yeah, this definitely doesn't taste like any lemonade I've ever had. It really does taste more like a tropical punch than lemonade. It's definitely very citrusy. I was right that it's not very tart, but it's also not as sweet as I would have expected it to be. It's almost like a diet carbonated tropical punch. Even though this isn't zero sugar by any means, this is like the actual drink. But yeah, I don't know that you can honestly call this a lemonade flavor because I don't really detect a lot of lemon in this at all. Just more like nondescript tropical flavors. Okay, so what do I think of the 2024 Baja flavors? I think between the two of these, I'm gonna have to say that Baja Point Break Punch is the stronger of the two flavors. Like even without it reminding me of Josta or any other flavor for that matter, this flavor feels a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit more well thought out, a little bit more well executed. It's got a very pleasant fruit punch flavor, balanced out with just a hint of citrus, and I think this flavor does a better job of capturing your attention. Laguna Lemonade, however, is a little bit more of a confusing flavor to my palate. Like first and foremost, it says it's lemonade, but it doesn't taste like lemonade. I barely taste any lemonade flavor in this at all. And the flavors that I do detect, while not bad, they seem to kind of conflict a little bit. I feel like they didn't go far enough with the actual fleshing out of any flavor in this. It feels like a little bit more of an afterthought to this guy. It's not a bad flavor by any means, but I just don't think that this quite knows what it wants to be. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Baja Point Break Punch 4 out of 5 sips, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Baja Laguna Lemonade 3 out of 5 sips. Now Pepsi, enough with the sneaky flavors. Please bring back Josta. Even if you only do it temporarily, I'm tired of y'all teasing me. I wanna taste it again in all of its guarana glory. And I am sure I'm not the only one. All right, Fizz Nation, that's gonna go ahead and do it for me this week. Thank you again so much for stopping by. Again, I hope y'all had a very happy Easter. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us out a lot. And if you wanna see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss any notifications for future videos. I got a special Jones review coming out in the near future that I don't think you're gonna wanna miss. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. You guys have a great week and we will see you next time.